Welcome back again to the ChatGPT for Academicians series. Today's video is under the title of using the ChatGPT for creating assignment rubrics and case scenarios. Again, the sky's your limits. We are just opening the door. Let's just dive in and see what challenges we are carrying to this tool today. So I created an assignment, let's say an assignment in the course that we created last time, the statistics course, okay? So I created an assignment in my course where I ask the students to evaluate the statistical methodology in a scientific article. Now my question is, please, let's just give it a human sense, generate a rubric or rubrics for me to evaluate the students' evaluation to their task. Let's see. So it's starting to place in some of the criteria or rubrics that can be used to mark that assignment. Now they look good, and you can always regenerate, as we said before, and then get different results. But this is like a very long list. I'll try to limit it. Can you limit these to 4 rubrics without removing any of the suggested ideas? Here goes. So these are going to be 4 rubrics only. Still, we are not there. This is not how we are going to use it. So can you make the rubrics based on, let's say, 3 points scale, just for time now, 3 point scale. Let's see what it brings in. So it does not only make it a 3 point scale, it is adding a description to each point. What is the outcome that should be evaluated as 1 or 2 and 3? This is stunning. Now, one final thing I'm going to ask you before moving on to the second example. Can you put these in a tabular form, please? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it needs to put the description under each title. So let's just give it that instruction. Can you add the description under their corresponding rubrics in the table? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks ideal. So each criterion is there, and you have the description for the 3 levels or categories, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 points, and you can use it directly right away. You can tweak, of course. You can generate and regenerate, of course, but this is it. So we have now 4 criterion, and they are based on a 3-point scale, and there is a description for each point as well. Wow, that looks great. Now let's put the second part of that video, which is the case scenario. So I'm trying to create case scenarios that you can use in questions with the students. So a couple of examples I'm going to do here. So create a case scenario for a scientific integrity dilemma where scientist is facing a conflict of interest with a lab mate. Let's see what it comes with. So just a small input that we added here. We could have added more details, and the more details we add, the better the outcome that is targeting what we need. So yeah, it's a long case here. And it's adding names and places to work. Where they are working on a new drug, another doctor is working on the same drug, it's approved by the FDA. So it's a long story. I'll leave it just here. You can pause the video and read what has been done here. So it looks good. It can give you ideas. The idea is we do not use this instead of doing the work. We are just using this to save time on the work. So if you generate and regenerate, you can still have ideas. You can still have different phrasing, and you can use them and tweak them as needed. So it looks good. Let's try to put this into a clinical context. Maybe it becomes more complex. So create a case scenario for a diabetic patient who is admitted to the ICU with symptoms of coronary artery disease, but gets an upper respiratory infection upon admission. Let's add some salt. The patient also suffers from Cushing's disease. Add lab values and diagnostic results pertaining to the case. Yeah, that looks more complex. Let's see what it comes with. So it's Mr. Jones again. Okay. Now it is describing the symptoms. So we did not say the symptoms of the coronary artery disease. So it just says shortness of breath, chest pain, and then also the blood sugar level. So Cushing, hormonal disorder, lab values. So it's adding blood glucose, glycosylated hemoglobin level, LDL levels, and blood pressure. And there is a diagnostic test for the coronary artery disease, and it shows blockage in one of his coronary arteries. He starts medication, and he's getting referral for a coronary artery bypass surgery. So yeah, that looks good. It added some salt and pepper to the givens that we added here. So just think of this. These are just 3 statements of an idea going in my mind, and it just produced that long case with these details. I can regenerate the response for as long as I can, and I can get more and more of the outcomes and the phrasing. Let's just try to add some things that I think you will like here. Generate 2 essay questions and 3 multiple choice questions pertaining to this case, and enclose the model answers at the end. Here it goes. Okay, so these are the 2 essay questions, or the main health concerns and how they interact with each other. And here is some suggested model answer to the essay question. And then another essay question about how can the healthcare team manage the conditions and what are the potential challenges that they may face in doing so. That is so brilliant. Let's see the multiple choice questions. That is one big answer here to that question. Yeah. Here goes the multiple choice questions with the model answers as well. That looks stunning. Think of how much time you can save using that tool, and adding more details will definitely help you get results that are matching what you're thinking of. I think this brings this video to an end. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the coming video.